I was thinking about St. Patrick's Day today and some of the good food that we're going to make, and I thought, why not draw a little Zentangle type pattern and have it represent St. Patrick's Day. So first of all, I drew a little grid using my 1-inch ruler. Just a rough background here, 4 squares by 4 squares. And next, I'm going to put a dot in the middle of each box. And this is a pattern I made up while I was working on some other things today. And I decided to call it Shamrock Shake Up because it kind of turns your shamrocks upside down. Okay, now I try to think of a shamrock as 3 heart shapes to form the leaves and a stem. So let's draw some heart shapes with a green marker. And the heart shapes must touch the sides of the box and have the point that they end at the black dot that you put on the piece of paper. So we're going to go around and make 3 sets of leaves, and then we're going to have a stem in the middle. I'm going to use a red marker to do the stem, which is going to be kind of like this. Now, all the stems for these 4 boxes of markers will meet at the center point. So just to keep it from getting confusing, we'll start by putting the stem from the dot to the corner, and you can see how they meet up. And take the other corners of each box and draw your heart shape leaf, but make sure that each leaf touches the side of the box. Okay, here's forming our shamrocks. That's kind of a cool little good luck picture. And the way I mentioned that you should make the heart-shaped leaf touch the edge of the box is where you're going to get the touch on the next box, the leaf next to it. Okay, that's really one pattern right there. And then we're going to continue by making the same pattern in this box. So we'll go make the stem right away. To me, that's the easiest way to keep your concentration, is to make the stem touch. And then you know the rest of the corners should get the little heart-shaped leaves. It's pretty quick to draw. Of course, you can take your time and make it really pretty. But just remember that if you mess something up here, nature is not always perfect either, so don't worry about it. Sometimes when you turn the pattern around and you draw it upside down, it makes your brain tickle. Okay, there's the next set. I'm going to go ahead and draw the rest of this box, and then I'll show you how to detail it. Okay, looks something like that. You can make your leaves bigger, fatter, skinnier, whatever you want, but I think one way to make it stand out nicely is to put a little curved line in here so that it shows some movement in the way the flower and clover grows, just to make it not look so much just like hearts. It will look more like a plant, taking on a little depth to it. And then if you really want to give it a little more depth, you can draw some little like shading lines on there. You can either use one of your pencil shading tools, or you could simply just give it some little lines to give it the appearance that it's having a little curve to it. Something like that. I think it does the job. And you could make this as much detail as you want. I'm just going to show you in this little box here. I think on the do some kind of pattern that you like to draw in one of these, in each of these little red stems. Just repeat it over again into each one of the other boxes that have the red stems. This reminds me of like a quilt pattern in a way. The way you look at the pattern one way and then look at it another way, you see two different things. Just a quick way to show you how to get this on paper. Now another thing you could do to really make it stand out is to take another color and shade in the boxes in the background. And that'll kind of make your leaves pop out a little bit more. Look how that shows another dimension there. Then in the other part, you could take a different color and do some shading back there just to make those leaves pop out. And you can see if you do that where those little leaves touch, it gives you a whole new look. Again, I'm just really doing this a rough idea to show you the differences, how you can make this design jump out at you. Oops. We want to put on the inside, we're going to make this yellow. And to go even further, if you would like to shade the green leaves with a little green, it makes it even jump at you more. Get the idea, play with it, have fun with it. That's the whole reason for doing this, is to just let your ideas flow. But I just thought we could stick a little St. Patrick's Day celebration in the middle of that. You get the idea from me, right? And I just took the time to finish this rough sketch to show you how the pattern follows through and give you an idea how the colors all, you know, come together and touch the edges, and show you how the pattern like pops out in the middle, as well as how it pops out as the shamrocks. So have fun playing with the Shamrock Shake Up and enjoy the holiday.